Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching. Welcome to another mobile edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Guys, I'm a retired New York City police detective with 20 plus years of law enforcement. I know everybody likes when I say law enforcement, but if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will get all things Duty Ron when I go live or upload another video. Tina Marie says, I wish we had the music. Um, I had to do this quick. I got a couple of things to talk to you guys about. Number one is the Harmony Montgomery case, and number two is Summer Wells. But before we get into it, I want to say a special thank you to the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and everyone who positively engages in this community. Good to see you, Will 411 now, Dawn Marie, Black Rose 11, my moderators, the Patreon supporters, channel members, everybody. I love you guys and all of the subscribers. You guys are awesome. Hello from Puerto Rico. Good to see you, Nancy. Nikki Bella is here. Just so many people. Again, let me just say quickly on the Harmony Montgomery case. We got a few days ago. We got notification that Adam Montgomery's girlfriend, Kelsey Smalls, she was only 27 years old. She was found in a hotel on March 13. I think they said it was a motel. She was found dead in a motel. So it raised a lot of eyebrows. Everybody was like, what's going on here? Lots of speculation. A lot of people are thinking Adam Montgomery, he was last seen with Kelsey Small on the night of December 31st when he was he was questioned and taken into custody when asked questions about where the whereabouts were of his daughter, Harmony Montgomery. He said that she was with the biological mom, Crystal Sorey, and that we know never happened. And the rest is history. But we all feel that Kelsey Small uh, potentially could have information about the whereabouts or what happened to Harmony Montgomery, right? But she's found dead in a motel room. Now, we know that she is a drug user, she's a drug addict. She was living in a car with Adam Montgomery when they were stopped on the 31st of December. So she was transient. She was not having a regular place to live. um, Let me just quickly, before I go into it, explain a couple of things. First of all, I am wearing my Gabby Petito Foundation zip up. It's a three-quarter zip up. Gabby Petito Foundation. I'm supporting them. We have the golf outing that's going to be happening on April 3rd over at Top Golf in Hop Hog. I will be there in Long Island. If you guys are wondering what this Band-Aid is and what this Band-Aid is, wait, where is it? I got another one here. I got two on the top of my head. There's one in the back. Unfortunately, the ugly monster, skin cancer monster, has reared its ugly head again on DutyRon. So um, I had to go to the skin doctor, to the cancer skin check yesterday, and this is a biopsy here, and then another one on my arm. So a couple of spots. You could see I still have that Band-Aid on. There's a little blood underneath there. The doctor kind of sliced me and sent off the um, sent off the samples to the laboratory. So a lot of hopes and prayers for no skin cancer. Last time I had squamous cell carcinoma. I have a big scar on my head here. I got 12 stitches in my head. I'm hoping and I'm praying for the next 5 or 6 days, however long it takes. I'm hoping that the results come back negative and not positive for skin cancer. But they took 3 spots off of my head. It didn't. It was looking ugly. And again, my wife, my beautiful bride, Mrs. Dutyron, she saw the spot on the back of my head. She didn't. She saw this one here too, but she saw the spot on the back of my head, and she told me to go to the doctor, and I went right away. So she again gets another credit for early detection because I can't see the top of my head. On our anniversary night on the 23rd, I was laying down across her lap on the couch where I was laying down with my head in her lap and she was rubbing me. She's like giving me like a head rub, and she was like, oh, like a monkey. She was like a monkey looking at my head. She was like, what's that? What's this mark here? So I said, how could I see it, babe? I can't see the mark. So she took a picture of it and she let me look at it. And then I made the next available appointment and I went yesterday. So that was Wednesday. I went Thursday yesterday and I got a bunch of chunks of skin taken off my head. So thank you for all the prayers. So let me go into the Harmony Montgomery thing. Let's listen to the audio first. I'll let you listen to the audio and then I'll read it off to you. But this is the story.
By the name of Harmony Montgomery. A woman connected
Let
to
me know if
but
you can
not
hear this.
charged in the ongoing disappearance of a missing New Hampshire girl by the name of Harmony Montgomery has been found dead.
That is according to police in Manchester. The woman was dating Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, and was there when police arrested him.
Anchor and investigative reporter Carrie Kavanaugh shares what she's learned.
The woman is 27-year-old Kelsey Small. Police are only saying she died March 13th in Manchester and that her death is not considered suspicious. Investigators told us December 31st they located Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, apparently living out of a car in Manchester with his girlfriend, Kelsey Small. When police questioned Small, she told them she'd been romantically involved with Adam Montgomery for about a year and that she knew he had 3 kids with one woman and another from a woman before that. According to a police affidavit, she allegedly claimed she had no information about Harmony Montgomery, saying Adam was not in touch with any child from his prior relationship and that Adam never talked about HM, Harmony Montgomery, and she has no information on where she may be. Harmony Montgomery, of course, has been missing since the end of 2019, but her disappearance was only reported 2 years later. 25 Investigates has done extensive reporting on the missteps between child welfare agencies in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. There are multiple ongoing internal reviews unfolding right now and calls for changes as to how cases involving children in state custody growing across state lines are handled. Manchester police say they had no further interviews with
A woman connected to but not charged in the ongoing disappearance. New Hampshire girl by the name of Harmony Montgomery has been found dead.
That is according to police in Manchester. The woman was dating Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, and was there when police arrested him.
Anchor and investigative reporter Carrie Kavanaugh shares what she's learned.
The woman is 27-year-old Kelsey Small. Police are only saying she died March 13th in Manchester and that her death is not considered suspicious. Investigators told us December 31st they located Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, apparently living out of a car in Manchester with his girlfriend, Kelsey Small. When police questioned Small, she told them she'd been romantically involved with Adam Montgomery for about a year and that she knew he had 3 kids with one woman and another from a woman before that. According to a police affidavit, she allegedly claimed she had no information about Harmony Montgomery, saying Adam was not in touch with any child from his prior relationship and that Adam never talked about HM, Harmony Montgomery, and she has no information on where she may be. Harmony Montgomery, of course, has been missing since the end of 2019, but her disappearance was only reported 2 years later. 25 Investigates has done extensive reporting on the missteps between child welfare agencies in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. There are multiple ongoing internal reviews unfolding right now and calls for changes as to how cases involving children in state custody growing across state lines are handled. Manchester police say they had no further interviews with Small after December 31st.
All right.
Again, her not
So
considered suspicious.
So they're deeming her death not suspicious. She's 27 years old. She was in a hotel or a motel and found dead. That leads me to believe that there was clear and concise evidence that either she was a drug overdose or you don't die of natural causes at 27 years old. So obviously it's going to be pending an autopsy, pending the tox report. They're going to do all kinds of work on this 27-year-old woman to find out what happened to her. So again, Kelsey Smalls, that's not dying of natural causes. She perhaps suffered from a drug overdose or some type of apparent. There's nothing that they at this time deemed suspicious in her death. Now, us as civilians would look at it from the outside looking in and saying, wait a minute, how could it not be suspicious? She was in a motel room and she was found dead. What did she die of? So we'll come to find out about what she died of in a short period of time. That'll be forthcoming. But what we do know is that she's now not able to talk. And if she was with Adam Montgomery for over a year, as it said in this report, they were together for over a year. So if she was with Adam Montgomery for a year, that is during the time that Harmony Montgomery was unaccounted for. So it is, as an investigator, it's a huge hit to the investigation if now there's no longer a potential for her to be re-interviewed as a witness. So did Kelsey Smalls, who passed away, know something about about Harmony Montgomery? I'm going to get into Summer Wells in a few minutes. Did Kelsey Small know something about Harmony Montgomery? Maybe. Maybe someone didn't want her to talk. These are all possibilities. I'm not saying that that's what it is. But what's also a strong possibility is that when you're addicted to drugs, you need to get off. You need to get high and satisfy your addiction. So yes, Sandy, the dad is still in jail. Kayla Montgomery is in that rehab, and I don't believe that she got out, but they released her on her own recognizance to the drug rehab, and I haven't heard any updates on that. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into it. I'll look into that strongly when I get a chance. But I want you to know, this situation is not helpful in any way, because whenever you have somebody who had direct contact with our potential, Adam Montgomery is not a person of interest. He is a subject. He is somebody who knows or has something to do with what happened to Harmony Montgomery. It's clear and apparent that Adam Montgomery knows or has something to do with the demise of Harmony Montgomery. But it's up to the investigators and the investigative team to get down to the bottom of it. And when these people who were in close, a girlfriend of Adam Montgomery for over a year, there's a lot of conversation that she probably heard, a lot of conversation. Listen, Lynn, I know that 27-year-olds can die of natural causes, but it's not common. Lynn, we can have this conversation all day, and I'm very sorry about the loss of your daughter. Young people do die of natural causes, but they need to get to the bottom of it through an autopsy. And that's all I'm saying. This girl is a known drug addict. She is a drug addict. So the chances and the probability of her dying in a motel room of a drug overdose it's high. The possibility is very high. That's all I'm saying. So again, my condolences, my heart breaks for you and the loss of your daughter and anybody's loss of a young adult. We're supposed to have them bury us, not us bury them. It's just horrible. Whatever the case may be, it's up to the investigators to get down to the bottom of things. And this is now one less person that they have to question or re-interview about the whereabouts of Harmony Montgomery. Alicia C., thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Hello, Dr. Ed Moskowitz and Julie. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. So moving over to Summer Wells. Okay, the buffoonery, the jagaloonism just keeps happening. There just is more and more every day, every night. I get more messages into DutyRon.com. Crazy things like Don Wells is carrying around Summer Wells' ashes in an urn. All kinds of craziness is still happening and swirling around Summer Wells. And my heart breaks for Summer Wells, because who is helping to try to find Summer Wells? Is these conversations about speculation about Don and Candace, we know that the two of them know exactly what happened to Summer Wells. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that the two of them are not telling us the truth. They have not told the truth story. Their story is the furthest thing from the truth. All right. So what happened to Harmony, to Summer Wells, it lies within the both of them. It lies within the both of them. And the ridiculous live streams that are getting lit up around that poor girl on the back of Summer Wells is despicable and pitiful. It's sad. It's all of the above. You could use every word in the dictionary. What the people are doing for Summer Wells is really, really a crying shame. It's disgusting. Um, by a show of hands, who's been stumbling across some of this stuff? Um, who's been stumbling across some of this buffoonery on YouTube? It goes on a nightly basis, and I don't look at any of it, but I definitely get people who report into me and tell me, "Did you see this? Did you see what's going on?" I say this: you can never get those moments back. It's wasted time. For me, I wouldn't waste my time to watch that garbage because you can never get that time back. That is a complete waste of your time. I would rather concentrate on positive people who are sending out messages of hope, messages of ways that you can help the investigation, not ways that you can hinder the investigation. I hang around people who want to try to help find the missing, like EquiSearch and Dave Rader and company. I choose not to hang around people who want to hinder the investigation or line their pockets with money on the backs of a potentially dead 5, 6-year-old girl. I do not aspire to hang around or add to the buffoonery and jagaloonism of the Summer Wells case, or what these people took it to. They should be ashamed of themselves, and they're going to have to live with it for the rest of their lives. It's disgusting. It's despicable. I can't say enough about it. It is horrific. Very soon, myself and Jennifer Koffendorfer, she's a retired special agent from the FBI, we will be doing a collaboration together covering the Oakley Carlson case. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Oakley Carlson. But we are going to do a collaboration, and we are going to have Oakley's foster mom on with us very soon. Look for that coming up. Jennifer Koffendorfer, myself, and Ed Wallace will be speaking on the Oakley Carlson case. I never did a live stream on it, but we will be covering that case, and that's going to be coming up soon. So for those of you who are interested in that case, let me know by putting a 1 in the chat. If you're familiar with the Oakley Carlson case, let me know if you are interested in hearing and seeing a interactive live stream with myself, Jennifer Koffendorfer, Ed Wallace, and Oakley's foster mom, who has been all over News Nation and all over the internet talking about the failures. Again, this goes right back to the failures of CPS and DCYF and all the things that they're called across the country. But again, we had a school teacher, a school principal who saw something that was odd and said something, and thank God for that woman. Thank God that that woman called the Grays Harbor Police and made that report and got the wheels going, because she saw something and said something, and we're going to get into that and we're going to talk about that. So yeah, Jennifer is a fabulous. Listen, she's a fellow sister in law enforcement, and when Jen reached out to me to cover this case and interview and talk with the foster mom about this case, I didn't even think twice about it. I just said, you know what, Jen, you let me know the date and the time, and I will be there, and we'll get it done, and we'll do it. So again, you know, you look at stuff like that, and then you look at things like the Summer Wells case and what's going on with it. And it's polar opposite. You know, you have the coverage for Harmony Montgomery, the coverage for Orrin and Orson West, Sincere and Classic. You got the coverage that we cover on all the cases, Serenity McKinney, all of the ones and the cases that we cover, the retired law enforcement professionals, are done with respect and dignity for the victims, first and foremost, and their families. And that's the stuff that you should be watching and concentrating on. Valid information from people who have walked the walk and talked the talk, who've conducted these types of investigation, who knows, like Jennifer Coffendorfer, knows what it takes to have a solid investigation, integrity with the investigation, and not a bunch of buffoonery that's going on. Guys, if you could just give it a thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up over 300. We're at 200 right now. If you guys are here and just stumbling across this, if you wouldn't mind, please giving the video a thumbs up, sharing it out onto your social media platform. That always helps with the algorithm. It is always, always great to do that, to get the word out there. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Open Minds. Sergeant Friday, thanks for the thumbs up. Marilyn, thank you. Rose, always great to see you. Hi, Patty. How are you, Rihanna Evans? Thank you for joining. Katie, Kathy, Michelina, Nikki Bella, Cam is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God, Becca, always great to see you guys. You guys are awesome sauce. I can't say enough about you. Suzanne Myers is here. Good Night Owl is here. Nancy Volke, thank you. Jackie, there's my chapter good friend who does all the chapters for me. Jackie Vineyard, great, great friend of Crime Time with DutyRon and a moderator. So try to stay focused on people that are not sending you down these bogus rabbit holes, these crazy, wild speculations. They are doing it on the backs of these small, tiny victims. And if you feel good about that, then I'm not for you and you're not for me. Anybody that encourages what these people do is just as bad as them. And I can't say that strongly enough. You know, you're judged by the company you keep, right? And if you knowingly know that somebody is doing something with bad intentions and trying to spread rumors and create hogwash on the back of a small little child, then what does that say for you? So think about it. You know, think about the crowds that you go and walk around these YouTube streets with. It's just despicable. MTG TV, thank you for that running count, 281. I appreciate that. Thank you, Black Laurels 11. Kathy, always great to see you. Dawn Marie, thank you for everything that you do. Jamie is here. All right, guys, so I appreciate everyone hanging out with me for 23 minutes. Jennifer Coffendorfer, myself, and Ed Wallace, we're going to work on this video for Oakley Carlson. It's not going to be a deep dive, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be a deep dive, but I'm going to tell you this. You know, it's going to be informative. We're going to talk about the failures of the child welfare system. How Oakley was failed by them is so sickening and similar to all of these cases, to the Harmony case, to Summer Wells, to Sincere and Classic. It's probably going to be Monday night, guys. So that's what we're shooting for. But I need to have a pre-interview with the foster mom. So it'll probably either be Monday or Tuesday of this coming week. So look for it then. And you know, that's the best that we could do. We're almost at 300. So please, if you can, let's jump that number from 291 up to 300. If someone could give me a running ticker on the thumbs up on this video, I greatly appreciate it. Jen Lowe says, this community right here brings hope to our world. Thank you so much. Thank you. Best peeps on YouTube, says Jackie. I appreciate it. 328, please. Let's get it to 328. Alicia, good to see you. Jennifer, thank you. 549 in the chat, 292. Let's get it. Let's get it done. Rianne Evans, thank you. MGTV, thank you for that. LS, 100%. So yeah, it's going to be a great live interactive show because we're going to hear 324 is what I see. 325. Let's get it to my dad's number, 328. Here it is, 329. It passed 328. Darn it. I didn't get to see 328. Yeah, Suzanne says riding the gravy train on. Hold on a second. She says riding the gravy train on the misfortune of others. It's sickening. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It's all of the above. I mean, I just can't. It makes me sick to my stomach. Listen, I'm going to leave you with this. I know what it feels like to tell a family that their loved one has been killed, has taken their own life, has been a victim of a car accident where they're deceased. I've made those notifications. They are not fun to make. Let me just tell you, it breaks my heart. It broke my heart every single time I had to go to a family member, even if it was a gangbanger who was killed in a shootout between gang members. It made my heart sink. It is not a great feeling. There's real people. There's real good people behind these things. There's people who now have to live for the rest of their lives with this misfortune, this unfortunate notification. So I know firsthand how much these folks have to suffer going forward. So when I see people on YouTube and on Facebook and on the internet disparaging and mocking, making a mockery out of a little one that's no longer with us or that's presumed dead, I take that really hits me hard. I get so angry with it. You know, it's infuriating times 10 because I've been right in front of families that just fall to the ground, that sob uncontrollably at the loss of their loved one. So, Judy, thank you so much for being here. We're going to do the best that we can for Sincere and Classic. We're going to search for all the missing. That's why I'm a part of EquiSearch Midwest. Boxing MOA, good to see you. Thank you for joining Gary all the way from Ireland. All right, guys, I got to get back into my office. I got to run. As I like to end all of these, thank you for 365 thumbs up. Well, now it went back to 363, but thank you, 366. It's fluctuating up and down. Thank you for the super chat that anyone has given. I love you right back, Crowley. Thank you so much. Guys, as I always end these things, God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. And God bless each and every one of us here in the chat. But especially all victims of crime and their families. Lost is not alone, as we know, right? EquiSearch. But we especially give our thoughts, our prayers, and our strength to Harmony Montgomery, Summer Wells, Sincere and Classic, and all of their family members who are going through it. Let's support them. Let's stick by them. Let's give them positive reinforcement. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And that's what I'll leave you with. Marilyn, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. All right, guys. Peace and love. Absolutely open minds, little monkey. Peace and love from Crime Time with DutyRon. Ed Wallace is still on the road. I'm going to see if I can get with him tonight. I'm going to see if I can narrow down Ed Wallace for a live stream tonight, but I can't promise anything. Hopefully we can get together and maybe fire up a late night, Friday night, 9 o'clock-ish live stream. Let's see how that goes. Love and respect from DutyRon, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining, everybody. See ya.